Welcome back, everyone. Going into the final hour here of Court of Swords, Week 11. Adam, what's going on? It's time to get our fortunes read. I remember. I remember what's
Yes.
going on for once.
You know what's going on. Cool. Yeah. So we come back in, we fade in on the fortune teller's like place of work. Like most of the things in Mangwat, it's built of stone. And it's one of the nicer buildings. It's probably like several stories. Out front, there is a sign hanging over the door that depicts the cycle of arcana, indicating that this is a fortune teller's home. And as within every city throughout the Court of Swords, the fortune teller is treated with a kind of deferential reverence. So, there's no one like loitering around the house. The place is clean. There's a little like garden out front. And as you even as you approach, as we kind of come in on the scene, we see some people that stop outside the gate. They don't go in, but they like bow to the fortune teller. Maybe somebody puts a copper coin into the hands of a statue outside. It's a statue holding a bowl. People make little offerings to the fortune teller. And then we see the four of you approaching. There's like I said, there's a little stone garden outside, a little path that leads up to the door, and there's a soldier standing outside, just standing with his arms folded, kind of squinting a little because the sun is quite bright today. But he's wearing the uniform of a soldier of the Court of Swords, and he's just standing outside the door as you approach.
Okay. Yeah, we walk in. Sir, we're look back at the group. Here to have our fortunes read.
And he looks you kind of up and down, and he says, "Do you have an appointment?"
I wasn't told we needed one.
Who sent you? Why are you here?
Well, I wink at Janice, our good friend, the commander did, actually.
Kind of like squints. Like, the commander, I didn't get orders about that. Stay here. And he gestures. There's a couple of stone benches outside. Yeah, and he just gestures. And he's like, "Stay here. I'll go check."
All right. Tell him the spiced man says hello.
He looks at you and shakes his head. He's like, "Spiced man." And goes inside. And so you're sitting outside, and there's the faint smell of flowers in the air. There's a moment of kind of quiet, right? Everything has been kind of intense of late, but you have this moment in this little garden where there's a sort of placidity that falls over the scene. Does anybody say anything, or do you just like wait on the benches for the
Wait.
guard to come back?
Yeah, I think we're just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after a few minutes, the guard comes back and he looks to you and he says, "You, yes, you have an appointment. You're in the lists. Kukrid made the," and he's like he's doing that thing where he's like, "Which one of you is Kukrid?"
He's not here at the moment, but yes, Kukrit is a dear friend of ours.
He nods. Of course. Please come inside. The fortune teller has prepared tea for your wait, and opens the front door and has you come inside.
Yep, I gesture everyone in and walk in last.
Yeah. So the inside of the fortune teller, the little like waiting area, is immediately evident to you. It's been decorated in a court of wands style. So there's no chairs, there's no sort of furniture. There's a lot of like silk pillows kind of laid around. The walls have hangings in gold and red. The whole place is sort of dimly lit, despite it being day outside. Coming inside, there's incense burning in the air, and it's quite dark. There's just some candles that are lit throughout the room, and you can smell some kind of like spiced tea. And you can see there's a carafe of it sitting in the middle of a little table in the center of the room. The guard tells you, he says, "Nazreen knows you're here. She'll be out to fetch you in a moment." And he kind of excuses himself and he bows and goes back outside to watch the door.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah. Now, so there's a silver, like a coffee, I guess like a coffee or a tea like carafe in the middle of the table, and then several glass cups sitting around it, just kind of like waiting for you to drink from it if you wish.
I don't think I partake.
Bird kind of grabs one of the cups and goes,
Yeah, it smells really strong. It's like a cinnamon like coffee basically. You can smell this like really earthy smell from it.
Ramus grabs a glass and just one shots the whole glass of it.
Yeah. So it's like it's like almost like espresso. It's like quite thick. So you pour it and drink it, and like right away you like feel a little
Like,
and like,
oh, it's been a while. Oh, I love it.
yeah, it's really good. Like, have you had like this drink from the Court of Wands before, Ramus?
Yeah, Ramus has done a lot of mercenary work and a lot of traveling around trying to put things under his belt because he believes he's such a great hero and wants to go out and do all this stuff. So yeah, he's been in the Court of Wands and he's had this, and he loved the effect that he felt off of it.
Yeah, there's a port in the Court of Wands, kind of like one of their big port cities that you spend some time in, and the taste of this beverage reminds you of that place and of like smoking a hookah with a bunch of Court of Wands pirates. And it immediately takes you back to that place. You can like almost smell the sea in the air. And I think that in that you're sort of lost in that memory when you hear the sort of gentle like whispering sound of the curtain on the far side of the room open. And when you look up, you see either like a very, very small woman or like kind of a tall girl. She's wearing long red and gold robes that are sort of intricately like wrapped around her body. She has bare feet, but is wearing like a gold like anklets that sort of jingle a little bit when she walks. She has her face and her head covered with a scarf. So all you can see are her eyes, which are kind of like amber that pick up the candlelight. And she has like dark black makeup around them. And when she comes into the room, she looks at you as a group. And she says quietly, "Gentlemen, I am Nazreen. You want your fortune told, I presume."
That is why we are here.
Yeah. So she nods and she says, "Good. Then we're all in the same place. Come with me." And she gestures, like she opens the curtain and like gestures for you to come into her little like chamber.
Yep. I go in.
oh, Berg follows.
Okay. All right. So in the fortune teller in the room, again, there are like pillows to sit on. It's a much smaller room. And it has kind of the vibe of being like in the inside of a tent. So the walls and the ceiling are covered in hanging fabrics. She's got candles on the table, and there's a like dark, like a crimson cloth covering the table with these big gold white kind of like ivory looking candles on it. And in the center, you can see her deck of cards. And she asks you to sit. And then she sits and she asks of you, and I guess because Gideon, you were the one speaking to her, she says, "What sort of fortune do you wish me to tell? Do you wish for portents on a job upcoming? Do you wish to understand the connections between you? How can I help you understand fate's plan?"
Well, we just got a new traveling partner, so I think we're looking for the connections between us.
She nods and looks at the group, and she says, "Which of you is new to this endeavor?"
I think I turned to Berg.
Me.
She looks up at you, and you can see her. It's like you can tell she's smiling. You can't see her face, or you can't see her mouth at all, but you can see her eyes enough that they kind of like squint a little, and you can tell that she's smiling. And she puts her hand out to you, and it's like tiny. She's a very small person. She has lots of like jewelry on though, so she's got like rings on all of her fingers and a kind of like gold like webbing kind of like glove. And she puts her hand out.
Hands?
Take your hand. No, she doesn't have webbed hands. She has like a net, I guess, of gold kind of over her hand. And she puts her tiny brown hand out. It's actually like really like the most of her skin you've seen at once. She puts it out to like take your hand.
Berg extends it slowly, kind of cautiously.
Okay. Yeah, so she's not like shaking your hand, but she takes your hand in hers and puts her other hand on top of yours. And her skin is like incredibly soft and like kind of like slightly warmer than you expected. And I think it's at that point you notice that she smells of some like strange, like kind of cloying spice. Like you just notice it, like cloves or something. And she takes your hand and she like looks you in the eye. And how do you react to like all the direct attention? Like, does Berg get shy? Does he look away? Do you take your hand away? Like, how do you respond?
Berg's just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So she sets she like gestures, puts your hands on the table in front of you, and she shakes her head and she says, your karma is very dark. I see much death behind you.
Yes.
She nods and she says, this is the way of things. The world can be harsh. It's not a judgment on you, but simply the way that these things are. You travel in dangerous company. She looks at your friends.
Smaller words, ma'am. He has a little bit of trouble.
He's dumb. I kind of just like looked at the others and laugh a little bit.
She looks at the two of you, and she says, even the silent stones of this fortress serve a purpose. He understands me well enough. And she looks at you, Berg, like sort of for confirmation that you understand the things that she said.
Berg just like nodding slightly.
Mm-hmm. Right. So she says, let's begin. And she starts to, she picks up her deck of cards. And these cards you can see, like you don't see the images on them on the front, but on the back they have a like a complex sort of lattice design that is reminiscent of some of the architectural features that you saw, Ramus, when you were in the Court of Wands. These cards have traveled. They've traveled a long way. So let's get out that deck and we'll draw some cards for you. So we need
part of impending death.
Need three cards.
One from each of us with Berg.
Okay, let's see here. Who do you want to do first?
Max, it's your choice. It's your character.
That's a stupid joke. All right. I guess we'll go. Okay, we'll go Gideon.
Okay. All right. And let me just grab the meeting. What are these? This is a 3. Okay, great. All right, so Gideon's going to be the first that you draw, and the card that ties you and Gideon together is the Wheel of Fortune. So she turns over a card in the spread and between you and Gideon, and the card depicts a strange, like runic wheel with like mythical figures around it. The Wheel of Fortune is a significant sign. Because it means it can mean like random chance or luck. It's unpredictable, and it can mean some complicated things. So she turns the card over and looks at the two of you, and she says, she kind of laughs, like she chuckles a little, and she says, "Well, for better or worse, the two of you have fate's eye on you. Whatever becomes of your alliance, it will be important." And she kind of like looks between you. Do you look at each other at all? Like what's the tension between you there?
I think I just lean back. Well, you go ahead. It's your
No, Berg's just literally like, while she's doing this, just like looks over at Gideon, kind of like reading him.
Yeah, I'd probably have like Janice sitting between us, so I like move him back and look over at Berg and be like, "We're gonna be rich."
She nods and she says, "Perhaps anything is possible when you turn the Wheel of Fortune, but whatever becomes of you, this moment, your friendship, perhaps, will be a changing point for the both of you. There is no turning back from here."
You're my boy, Blue. Just like
You're my boy, Berg.
Yeah, you're my boy, Berg.
So for the two of you, and this will be a fun one to play out. Whenever you do, and I fear for both of your lives, but whenever the two of you do something seemingly like at random, if you're just like, fuck it, I don't know, let's just do the first thing that comes to mind, you'll get advantage for it when you're working together. Yours is about sort of bravely and foolhardily making forward motion without really relying on too much thinking or planning. The Wheel of Fortune can represent giving yourself up to chaos and saying, whatever happens, happens. This is the que sera, sera.
Oh, that's bad for me.
So the two of you will thrive on chance and fortune.
Good.
Great.
All right.
It's all
So,
about those first reactions, Max. We got to remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Berg, what would you like your? Who do you want to do the next one with?
Oh, Ramus.
Okay. So between you and Ramus, she turns over a card that depicts an arm holding a sword. You see the Ace of Swords on her card. And the Ace of Swords is about seeking justice, seeking truth, about overcoming adversity for the sake of a championed cause. When you see this, like you both know this inherently, it's as cultural as knowing your ABCs. What's your reaction before she even speaks? Like, especially Ramus, what do you? So this is a paladin's card. This is a card about truth and justice and like goodness and you know like it's kind of a card of higher ambitions. What do you?
I guess the immediate thing he thinks of is he wants to protect Berg from, unlike Wester, which he feels he failed, and it's going to be his like cause to protect him. Like he doesn't want to lose another one, because one thing that Ramus doesn't deal well with is death, and he doesn't want him to die, and he just feels like he has to protect him.
Right. Okay. Cool. I like that. So your justice is justice for Wester, which is both. It's interesting because that's both like a lofty ambition and also like a little bit like selfish, because you're really just projecting your own failure onto Wester and treating him like he's the same, or onto Berg as if he's the same person as Wester.
Mm-hmm.
Berg kind of just like, I guess, notices some sort of change or whatever, and Dan like looking at him like that, and it's just puzzled, just like.
Yeah, and the fortune teller says to you when you seem confused, Berg. She says, "This is good fortune, especially when drawn to a." She looks at you, Ramus, an adherent of the sun. The sun rises in the morning to illuminate our days, to turn darkness into light, and to show us what is true. The Ace of Swords, and she taps the card, is all about truth. Find your truth in your companionship. Seek justice. This card will lead your way.
Okay.
Don't worry, big fella, I got it.
I feel like Berg is the guy from that song from. I'm gonna post it in Reddit. You just stick around. There's that song from every '80s movie ever that starts with a really low like oh yeah. Every time I hear you
from
talk, I think
from Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think of that song every time you talk. Bow, bow.
Yeah.
All right. So the last card is how you and Janus are to be connected.
Oh.
And she turns it over, and it is the Three of Wands.
Uh-oh.
So the Three of Wands is a card that, and this is just again what you know. This is about exploring the unknown. You can see that the figure on the card looks out over the horizon. Is about going on quests, seeking out new adventure, but looking for greater possibility. It's about foresight. It's about thinking ahead. It's a good kind of contrast to the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is about not thinking ahead. It's about just doing. The Three of Wands is about exploration, but also foresight and then leadership, right? Showing someone else the way. And I think that that's what she focuses on. She says, she kind of nods when she sees it as if she expected it. And she says, wherever you go, whatever lies before you, this journey, one of the two of you will lead the other. And she kind of like smiles and looks between the two of you as though to be like, you know, maybe you already know who's going to be the leader and who's going to be the follower here. Do either of you react at all?
Oh yeah. I mean, she says that, and I look over at Berg, and I'm like, Berg, I got you, bud. Don't you worry.
And yeah, she smiles and nods and says to you, Janus, she says, seek opportunity and simplicity. You may be able to learn things from your companion as you lead him on this journey.
Did you say seek opportunity in simplicity?
She nods. Yes.
She's like, Berg, this is an example of what you have to come. But I look at the fortune teller and I say, look, he may be dumb, but calling him simple to his face like that is awfully mean.
She shakes her head. I meant no slight by it. Simplicity is beautiful, Many of the most marvelous things in creation are simple.
Then he is very beautiful.
She cocks an eyebrow at you, Ramus.
I
Like,
think I shall call him Simple Jack.
Berg does not like that name.
You don't like the name Simple Jack?
No.
Okay, Berg it is then.
Oh, Berg.
so yeah. So she says that the cards are not able to tell you what will come, only how you can be prepared for it. Seek opportunities, rely on one another, and yeah. And then she turns the cards over and shuffles them back into the deck, and she says, "Will that be all?"
Could we get a fortune about our upcoming mission?
She nods. Of course, consulting fate is never a bad idea. Is there anything that you wish to tell me about it beforehand?
No. I like look at Ramus very quickly. I'm just like,
No,
nope.
Nothing specific, but all we'll say is that it is going to be a dangerous one, and we need to know.
She draws a card. The infinite 20s. Your future
Yes.
battle.
We call this one the critical fail. Okay, let's have her reshuffle the deck, and we'll deal one more card. All right.
Yes, the broken neck.
So portending your fate. Let's see here. Okay. So she draws one more card from the deck and sets it in the middle of the table so all of you can see it. And immediately, I think when you see the card, you feel like a sense of relief, maybe. I mean, you can tell me how you feel, but immediately seeing it, you see the image of a young noble on parade, riding a stout horse, clad in finery, carrying the wand of triumph. And you see the Six of Wands on the table, and she like claps happily like a little bit, and she says, "It always feels so good to be able to be reinforcing. You'll find nothing but triumph and acclaim if you succeed at this mission." And she gestures to the card, and she says, "If you're careful, and you're aware of your bonds to one another, you will return home." And she gestures here, but she might mean like just home generally, like wherever you feel like is home for you. In triumph, you have a feeling of pride awaiting you in your future. This is a very auspicious card.
I breathe out a very long sigh of relief. Say, thank God Berg's not going to die. And stand up and just walk out of the room.
So as you stand and you turn to go, she's like folding the card back into the deck, and she looks at you and she says, "But Gideon, everyone dies."
I think the camera, if we're on TV for some reason, zooms in right on my face, and I turn and say, "Not me," and then I just walk out of the room.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, this card indicates to y'all that if you're able to overcome the adversity that you have, you'll be. It's not about succeeding necessarily, but it's about being recognized as the people who succeeded, right? So being acknowledged, receiving award or praise, earning applause. This is the like good job. Everyone recognizes it, not just like you're gonna do good. You still have to do the work, but if you succeed, there'll be some kind of accolades in it for you.
Great.
Cool.
Let me get this straight, Adam. We went to the fortune teller and they said, you could do good, but you could also fail.
I don't know if you know this, but fortune telling is bullshit.
Yeah, a little bit.
They tell you what you want to hear.
The thing is though is that this is like culturally so ingrained that it's like your characters probably don't think about it that way. You're probably like, good, more reason for us to succeed, and if we do, then we'll be awarded. There'll be accolades. Also because we're playing a role-playing game. Through this card, actually,
I actually like the system that how it works in the world, but I always think it's funny with like fortune teller stuff. Just the way to describe like.
Well, somebody in chat was like, oh, it's like Adam picked these cards in advance. They're like perfect for these characters. And I'm like, man, that's what the tarot is for. You just make up bullshit that fits the people that you're talking to, and they're like, whoa, it's just like us, and it's so real.
Damn.
It's cool.
What are we rolling about, Jeff?
Oh, you guys are talking like it's the end of the episode. I got to kill some people, man. We got.
Oh no, we're just
Yeah.
It's not in.
right.
We got
We're
30
about to head
minutes.
out to kill
on the
things.
same page.
There's this lady
Uh,
pretty defenseless.
Adam,
Yes.
how much would a horse cost?
Depends on the kind of horse.
How much would a horse cost if a horse could cost horse?
Uh,
I'll mute myself.
a simple riding horse.
I'll show myself out. Let me check for you.
I tried to make a shitty joke earlier too, and
How about one better, Adam? While you're looking that up, JP turns into a 3-headed horse, and we all ride on top of him.
I don't know how you ride a horse, but you don't generally saddle their head.
No,
maybe
but the 3 heads.
but a skilled rider, a skilled, what is it, equestrian?
Right, you ride on the head of the horse.
Here's a question, Adam. Can JP turn into a pregnant horse?
No.
You've
I
seen
roll
a pregnant
down
horse before.
You can't.
Why not?
yeah. You can't just summon up a fetus.
All right.
Shape
Listen,
different.
my first
Now,
wish.
however-
I wish for 3 more wishes.
However, if Gideon were somehow to become pregnant and then shapeshift, the horse would
Okay.
also be pregnant.
We're on to something here. Here's the weird part, Gideon. You got to be the female horse, man. I don't know why or how.
I mean, shapeshift. You could totally shapeshift into an animal. Of
Oh
a
no,
different
I could
sex
shapeshift
than you.
into a riding horse. That's why we're only going to buy one.
Nice. Then who rides JP? That'll get weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Berg's about to ride me because we're fucking the Wheel of Fortune, baby.
A riding horse costs 75 gold.
Jeez, do we want to buy that?
Damn.
Nah.
Nah,
That would just be one of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
We can only afford one. Yeah.
Yep, 75 gold, and then
We could
and bridle
afford
for
2.
them. Bit and bridle for the horse is 2 gold. It's 5 copper to feed it per day.
All right, that's when we come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, accolades,
That's
free horses.
That's a future purchase. Okay.
Yeah. I feel great about that fortune telling.
Yeah.
It actually was not a bad fortune telling. I mean,
Yeah.
if it is
Yeah,
bullshit,
you didn't
it does
get-
mechanically serve a purpose in the world. So all things considered, not bad.
We head out, by the way, Adam. While Gassy's ruminating about that.
Really, we're gone.
Fuck chewing the scenery. We got some XP to get.
Keeping our ears open for any sort of distress in the town.
Right, looking to pick a fight. I mean, I gave you those dwarves. You could have fought
Where the
them.
fuck are the dwarves now? It was 2 of us.
I know. I'm aware. I didn't say it would have been a good idea. Cool. Okay, so you want to head out down, like head back into the valley?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're heading back to the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Sure.
No.
So you leave the town. You leave Mongvot behind, and we get one last kind of like wide shot of the village and all the smoke coming up from the forges. And we fade out, and we fade back in. I guess let's talk about who's leading this little expedition. So you need to find your way back to the tomb.
Berg would lead it, but he hasn't been there before. So
I believe we follow a similar plan where they are on the path, presumably with like Berg in the front, but then closely behind is Ramus and Gideon, and then about 30 feet in front, moving stealthily through the bushes,
I think
looking around for giant fucking spiders up in the sky. All right,
Mhm.
yeah,
And dragons.
Smart move. Smart
moving
move.
forward, scouting ahead, type of thing.
Okay. All right. So I'm just checking the date. So it's the season of Earth, and how long did it take? It takes it took you 8 days, I think, last time to get back. So
I think so.
okay, so it's another 8 before you get there. Okay, so you're gonna go the through the woods route, and and you start to head out into the woods. I think we catch up on you. I don't know, like three days later or so, and you're moving through the woods, and I think that you've stopped. It's like the sort of middle of the day. You're in the middle of walking. You've stopped because Janice, can you roll a perception check for me? I want to see how far ahead you notice this. Sort of same as before.
Yes, I can. And I won't roll low this time because I'm on top of my game. That's why I rolled a 21.
Damn.
Nice.
Damn.
All right.
Son.
So you hear the squealing of a pig. You're the unmistakable sound of like a frightened, like porcine animal, that high pitched, like grating, like squealing sound. Somewhere like just ahead of you and like maybe down in a little like gulch.
Would you like an interpretation of it?
If you want to make if you want to make a pig noise, if you want to squeal like a pig. Yeah. That's disturbingly good. Thank you.
Why? Close.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. So you hear that sound from up ahead of you, Janus.
Okay. This being a disturbing sound, but also kind of indicates predatory animals in the area, I would like to move stealthily. If you want me to make a stealth check, I will, towards that sound.
Yes. Yeah, please.
Boom. 17.
17? All right, cool. Let me... Okay, sure. Yeah, you approach stealthily. Yep.
Okay, so just approaching the sound, I also like leave behind the warning symbol of I'm investigating a problem, something we used earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I see?
Okay. So you don't recognize the pig because you weren't there when we last saw it on screen. But there's a big black boar, and not like a wild boar, not like, bristly with spikes and stuff, but like a domestic pig. And it's freaking out because it's trying to pull away from something. You can't see, like it's chained. It's got a collar on, and it's got a chain from its neck, and the chain is like taut, and it's trying to get away from something, and it can't. The chain is like stuck or being held by something. It's covered. You can't see the down there because it's just like foliage, but you see this pig, and it's like panicking. Like it has blood around its shoulders from like hurting itself, yanking on this collar.
So it's chained up, desperately trying to get away from something, and I can't see what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I wait for the rest of the group to approach, but I'm going to like ready action fire or whatever it would be to give me a pre-initiative attack. But I'm looking in on this situation, and I'm scanning the area with the idea that something is distressing this pig. It's either nearby or it has already attacked it or something.
Yeah, so you want to like slowly approach, like ready to spring into action. Yeah, I mean you got your stealth roll, so that's a thing. I'm sorry, you were asking me something, Max.
Yeah, just for the pig noise. Do I get inspiration?
Oh
for
fuck
that?
yeah! I will give you inspiration for your pig impression.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You've added to the soundtrack of the game. Okay, yeah. So Janus, you start to approach, and I think the distance from the top of the little like gulch down to the pig is about the distance that everybody was away from you. So Gideon, Ramus, and Berg, you approach the edge of this gulch. What do you do? You see the mark like on the wall.
And we see Janus. Do we see Janus like hunched over somewhere?
No, Janus is like mad stealthy.
There's a chained werebore or something like that.
Can we hear the sound?
Yeah, you can now. There's a big pig. And it's
that racket?
Yeah, it's a horrible noise.
Creature is in distress.
You're a druid. What is it?
I don't understand what it means. I just know that it's in distress. We should go help it out. It's like we should go help it out. Clearly.
You're into some weird shit, Gassy.
Yeah. You have no idea. Remember you guys were talking about LARPing? Imagine that. But
Pig LARP.
I think I start walking towards it to be like, yeah, we should go take care of it. But I'm approaching in stealth.
I see them approaching then, by the way, Adam, and I kind of keep my distance, but I'm also like, on the peripheral watching the scene.
Okay. So you wanna let them approach while you're hidden, or do you want to like?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So you stay hidden and you let them come down into the area. Okay. Make your stealth roll for me.
Well, I think as I'm like walking towards it, I get down on all fours and I want to shapeshift into a tiger to get a little extra bonus.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
Yeah.
All right. What does your shapeshifting look like?
I mean, I think it looks very awkward because I like get down on the ground and start crawling, and then you see like the arms start to change into orange tiger arms, and the legs change, and then the rest of the body forms a longer. It like somehow elongates like I'm an elastic man, then the rest of it goes orange, and everything just kind of comes into place to the best of seamless transition. Although it probably looks really awkward. I think it looks seamless.
You would make a fabulous coat.
I look back and just like snarl a little bit.
Awesome. Cool. Okay.
I have all the stats for that, so it's
What did he just turn into? A tiger?
a tiger. Yeah, so it's 15 dex, and I have +6 on my strength.
I'm gonna make you I'll make you another character sheet for the tiger version of you.
Okay.
Cool. So you're if people want to like look this up, you're the specific kind of tiger that Gideon is transformed into is known as the Indo-Chinese tiger. It's a Vietnamese and Thailand tiger.
I'm looking up right now.
Yeah, you can go ahead and look it up. It's pretty much like the kind of tiger.
Stereotypical tiger, yeah.
Yep. Typical tiger.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that
Majestic creature.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And so you've turned into such a thing.
Yeah, I think I also, since druids have to have some sort of relationship with the animals that they change into, I think a tiger snuck into the village that I was raised in and like killed a family member, but I was able to somehow like have a commune with it and calm it down and get it out of the town.
Nice. Cool. I like that. Okay.
shit, I found a really good picture of you in attack mode. Ready?
Let's see
Boom.
it.
Attack mode.
Where'd you put it? Oh, you put it in chat?
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome.
Yep, that's me.
Oh yeah, killer.
Looks nasty.
Here, I'll show that on stream.
You know how scary that would be? Holy shit.
It'd be
Oh,
terrifying.
seriously. Yeah. Cool. Let me add the.
I mean, I have all the stats, but I guess.
Yeah, you've got your character sheet now. You should see two sheets. There's Gideon and Tiger Gideon.
Okay.
And the Tiger Gideon one is like an NPC sheet for that kind of
Okay.
all the stats for that character. Okay. So you're gonna make a I guess you want to make a stealth roll.
Yep.
Okay.
So that'll be a d20 +8, stealth +6, plus dex +2, right?
Yeah, you can. You should actually be able to roll it from your new Tiger character sheet.
Can I
where it
just hit
says
stealth?
Stealth +6. Yeah, just click that.
I rolled an 11 after all
There
that.
you go. You rolled a 5. Yeah.
Great.
cool.
Fantastic.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Tiger Gideon, you begin your stealthy approach. I think that let's see if the pig notices you. Yes. Yeah. So when it sees you skulking through the trees, it starts to squeal louder and like pull away. But you can still come up. Like it sees you.
Yeah, I think I'm more, because I have dark vision now, so I think I'm more also just looking around in the forest, less worried about the pig at the moment as I come around the corner.
Okay, sure. Why don't you make a perception check with your new tiger
16.
perception? Okay, all right, cool. So here's what you see. I think you're the first one to see the reason that the pig is freaking out. So the pig's like leash is attached to, or it goes under like a fallen log. So it's pinned by this log, and the pig is trying to get away. And you see like a human like arm from like underneath the log, like it's fallen on this person. And the pig is like squealing and trying to escape, but it seems to be afraid of the corpse. There doesn't seem to be any like necessarily reason for it, but yeah, this pig is freaking out about this body.
Okay, I'll go and investigate. I'll walk over to the tree and look at the corpse before I move the tree away.
Okay, sure. So examining the body, you can see that it doesn't look like the person was like crushed by the log necessarily. There's something else going on. You can see from like the elbow like up, so the log is kind of covering most things but their arm. From the elbow up, there's this strange like blue filament like under the skin, and in some places it's broken through the surface of the skin. It's a woman's arm, and it looks like something like an infection or something like that.
Is the pig just going crazy?
The pig is like squealing and pulling away, and it's actually more afraid of the body still than of you. Like you're not even afraid.
I'm just gonna shut the pig up, but I want to stay clear of the body. I just want to go and slice the pig's throat, basically.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you're a tiger, so it's not like you just like gently like you jump on it and like break its neck or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess Janice, you see all this. You see this tiger emerge from the bush and then leap on the pig and just like snap its neck. It goes limp, and suddenly there's quiet in the forest. What do y'all want to do?
I mean, I don't. Can I make a perception roll to see if anything else is out of the ordinary?
Yeah. Now that there's like some silence, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Damn.
223s.
Nice.
What do you see?
So much tiger power.
Yeah, the tiger is strong.
You have the eyes
Of the tiger.
I beat you, Dan.
Oh, got it.
Your initiative roll will have to be better than that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you see the body, and I think that this is when you spot the other bodies. So in the brush, standing like just still nearby, there are a few more like seemingly human bodies just standing up nearby, like just watching, but they're all like their faces and their exposed skin have these like weird blue like glow to their veins, and their eyes are just like sapphire like orbs, and they're all just standing kind of around, staring at the body and at the pig. And this is when you spot them.
Do they spot me?
Yeah, they're looking like right at you, basically.
I think as a free action, I want to roar as loud as possible to signal to my teammates, hey, help, but it's in tiger, so it just sounds like I'm fucking roaring as loud as possible.
Right, you hear the loud roar of the tiger.
And then can I make an action before we roll initiative?
No, I think that is the initiative roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
How do I get my own initiative on my rolls?
Yeah, so you'll roll with the tiger. So to roll the tiger's initiative, we'll click on the name. Like click on I put a little tiger on the map for you. So just click on it and then click the name.
Yeah, a little tiger.
Let me
13, great.
Look at that, we're still blessed. Sick.
Let me place these creatures.
Gassy, can you do a tiger roar?
Probably not. I mean,
Oof.
Okay, let's get this. Ooh, that's terrible.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, embarrassing.
Nice, Ramus.
Okay, so
Well done.
Janice, you've.
I'd rather it be
See,
initiative
like,
like
right?
this.
It
You
doesn't
know?
send it, but it,
What?
Get in.
Oh, yeah, you got a 15. Yeah,
Yeah.
did you click your token?
no, I just click on the sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
if
select
you highlight your token and then roll, it'll pop you in. But that's okay. I can just add it for you. Okay, so you got a
Here we
15.
go, Initiative
Janice?
time. Boom. All
You
right.
got an 11. Gideon, you got a 13. Okay, and then Ramus last at 3. Let me add these creatures to the map, and then we'll see how that goes. And I'll roll for them. All right, so there are 6 of them that you can see around, and I will place them kind of in the vicinity where they are.
I need to figure out how the HP stuff works because it's kind of.
There we go. Okay, so y'all can see that weird creature, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's got the red aura. Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's what you see. I will
Okay.
roll. I'll roll initiative for these things, and we'll see what order they go in. Okay, got 16. So I guess they go first.
Oh boy.
Now, because you're hidden, Janice, we go through the whole order. No one can act but you. So what do you want to do with your outside of initiative, stealth-based surprise round?
I think it's pretty obvious these are evil creatures of some sort. If I don't outright recognize one, do I?
Yeah, you. I don't think you've seen these things before. You don't recognize any
Okay.
details about them. Yeah.
But at this point in our journey, we're like 3 days into it. I know that Gideon can transform now, right?
I assume, yeah, you wouldn't. Gideon, did you tell everybody about your shapeshifting abilities, or does Janice think there's just a tiger in your midst?
Well, because I don't want to get shot by a fucking attack right now, I think I definitely changed into a bunch of stuff over the past 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think when I see an exotic tiger, I'm pretty sure that that's Gideon. I don't outright know it, maybe, but I see these monsters, and I think with my from the spot that I'm in, I am in hiding, right? So I'm already hidden.
Yeah, you're in stealth. Yep.
Would you say I'm in this brush? Is what we're saying?
Yeah, unless you want to be somewhere else. But I feel like that's probably where you would have stopped.
That's fair enough. I think what I would do is perhaps move to something like here, still in the brush, but a little bit further back, and I would shoot the closest one from stealth.
Okay. Yeah. So it's 30 feet to move through the brush, and then you've got an opportunity to make your attack. So you can do that. Go ahead and roll.
All right. So with stealth, it's advantage, is what it is, right?
Yes, you have advantage on your attack.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely hit the creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sneak attack, so 9 total, I guess.
Okay. All right. So it doesn't seem to like react at all when you hit it. It definitely takes the hit. The arrow sinks in, goes right into the organs, and the creature doesn't move at all. Like just funk, and it's got an arrow like sticking out of its rib cage.
No blood, no reaction, no nothing.
No, I don't think so. I think you hit it and it doesn't flinch or move, and it doesn't like gush blood or anything. Now you're out of stealth, so the thing turns to look at you, but you have your cunning action now, so you could try to hide again if you want.
I would like to do that. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make that roll.
So you do a stealth roll, is what it is?
Yeah, you go ahead and make a stealth roll. So like drop back into the brush.
22.
Okay. Yeah, no. It just looks the direction where the arrow came and just scans past and then turns back to the tiger.
Okay.
Okay. So that was your action. So now the creatures begin to shamble forward.
This will be fun.
You're slow, right?
You're the only target, Janus. So
yep. And I have 12 AC, but I also have 37 HP. So let's see if that helps.
You do. That's true.
You do? That's a lot. Holy shit, dude.
And if you die, you just go out of form, right?
Yeah, but there's some damage that carries over. So
yeah.
Now these creatures, they move with a sort of stilted kind of like jerky like motion, like they're like wind up toys almost. So like move like kind of jerking forward, not like shambling, but stuttering, I guess, like stutter stop moving. And as they approach, they open their mouths, and instead of like a groan coming out, there's this sort of harmonic like noise, like they're all making a different tone. So you're hearing like 6 different notes kind of playing at once, and it's not a nice scale. They're all like dissonant sounds. And I think that Janus, you can hear this, but Berg and Ramus, you are too far away to hear the dissonant noise that the creatures are making. And then they begin to attack the tiger with their fists. So six attacks, no advantage or disadvantage.
Let's see what they do.
What's your AC as a tiger?
12. They
Okay.
should have no problem hitting me.
1,
Hey, 1 missed.
2,
2 missed.
3. Let's see, how many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One more.
So we get half, I think.
Yep, half. 3 hits.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 hits. So the first hit does 7. The second hit does 4. And the third hit does also 4.
Nice. Not bad. For taking 6 attacks.
Yeah.
So it's
not bad at all.
15 damage. So I'm at 22 HP. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Janus, you see them just like converge on the tiger and start like striking it with their fists.
Oh, sorry, you're muted.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure that my arrows have no effect on him, right? Like it's just 0 reaction from the one that got hit.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem to have noticed.
I guess I would use this turn then. And the other guys can't see or hear them right now?
I mean, they can see them. They've got an okay line of sight from where they are to the creatures as they emerge from the brush. But they can't hear the noise they're making.
Okay. I'm gonna hold action then, I guess, because I'm not sure what to do, and if they can see them, then they're alerted to what's happening.
What's the trigger for your action? So you hold a specific action until something happens.
Okay. Hold attack action, I guess.
Okay. Until when?
Oh, that's how we declare it.
Yeah, that's how it works in 5e. You tell me.
I would ask to hold to be the last action. Is that possible?
No, it's going to be based on something else happening.
I guess I'll just remain hidden then, and just my turn skipped. The idea I'm trying to create here is I don't know what to do, and I'm hoping that the two magical people, not magical, one magical person behind me, can explain what I could do to help or something like that without.
I mean, you can set your trigger to be until you hold your action until somebody tells you what to do.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
For this turn base, sure. That's my hold then.
Sure. Okay. So as players, we know someone else can do that. Okay. So Dennis is gonna hold. Tiger Gideon.
I guess. Do I get 2 attacks? How does this work? No, I just get 1 bite or 1 claw. I will just bite the one that has an arrow sticking out of it. This one, okay. I think.
It's this one here.
Yeah, I just bite the center one.
Okay. So you turn and like leap up at him, trying to claw at him. Yeah, 10 hits.
Oh, it hits. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
How do I roll that? Do I hit bite?
Same way. Just click where it says bite.
6 damage.
All right. So yeah, these things, there's no like they don't have any.
What's in my mouth when I bite? Yeah.
Any real defense. So yeah, you like leap up and dig your claws into its chest and then like dig into its shoulder, and it comes away tasting like faintly like sweet and like there's no like meat taste. There's no blood. There's no like you just taste this like weird sort of sweetness.
Okay. Do I get 2 attacks or 1 attack around?
Let me look at.
I think as tigers, you only get 1.
Tiger, you do not have multi-attack, so you pick either bite or claw.
Yeah.
And if you move at least 20 straight feet towards the creature and then hit it, you can knock it down. But that's it.
So the other question I have is, if I move out of the range of this shit, like if I just move over here, I take 6 attacks.
All 6 of them. Yeah. They'll get to wail away at you.
When these things move towards me, were they fast?
They move like a little slower than people. They move sort of methodically.
All right. I will if I already used my action. Fuck. I guess I'm just gonna chill here.
Stay and fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Berg.
What's Berg's movement?
Probably 30.
Yeah, it's 30.
They can't even really get into the fight if you wanted to.
You could hand axe.
It's true. Good hand axe.
Rage and hand axe him.
I guess Berg will move up and he can move and throw, right? So where's 30 feet for Berg? I guess right next to Janice right over here. You seen that?
Okay. Yep. I'll put the stealth marker back on Janice there.
Yeah, fly into a barbarian rage.
So you're running down the hill, like shrieking and roaring, or what?
Yeah, just kind of roaring as I run towards. I'm so angry that they're hurting this tiger.
This beautiful animal. Yeah, I mean, I imagine Berg has a hard time like knowing that it's the same person, right? Like,
yeah,
shapeshifting might go right over your head.
Yeah, so he just knows that Janice is fighting, and shooting stuff at it because he knows where Janice is at.
Okay.
Hopefully, unless he's super, I don't know. Janice rolled what kind of stealth? Doesn't matter. We're stupid. Throw on a hand axe.
Okay.
Or until I decide which one does more damage. Give me a second. I'm clicking my old character dead character sheets. Give me a second here. Hand axe is that. Yeah, I don't have a bow, so I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Hand axe. We're throwing it.
Okay. What's the range in your hand axe? Oh, you're within 25 feet. That's fine.
That should be 30, 60, I think.
Yeah, you're good. You're good to huck a hand axe. Go ahead and do it.
Oh,
nice.
21.
Yeah, you hit. Now, which one were you targeting?
Let's go for this guy. The guy's closest.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Roll some damage.
Go ahead and do that. Okay, 5 damage. All right. So yeah, you like roaring down the hill, hurl your hand axe. It spins through the air and thwacks right between the guy's shoulder blades. It stumbles forward a little bit with the force of it, and now you can hear the weird like dissonant sound.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. The creature doesn't seem like, maybe it turns around now because it's like, hey, something hit me. Yeah, it kind of turns, and it's like glowing eyes kind of like illuminate the space around it. Just turns to look at you, making this kind of harmonic sound. Okay, Ramus, it's your turn.
Question about moving. Can I move through Berg? Like the space right in front of him.
Since I did rage, do I get any bonus?
Yeah,
to the
you
damage?
deal two more damage. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, Ramus, what were you saying?
Can I move through a character, like move through Berg?
Through a friendly character. Yeah.
All right. So Ramus is going to go right in front of Berg, right there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my.
I like how Berg and Ramus are standing right next to Janice, but don't know that he's there.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my channel divinity, which all enemies within 30 feet. So you can tell me how many of it hits.
All of them.
Yeah. Let's see. There's none of them that's further than 30 feet from you. So yeah, it hits all of them.
Okay. So I'm going to use my channel divinity, which is Radiance of the Dawn. I made a little custom thing for it.
Nice.
So they have to make a Constitution save, or if they fail the save, they take they take full damage. They pass the save, they take half.
Nice. Man, 30-foot radius out from you is like quite a lot.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
insane.
All right, con saves for all of them. So I'll go around the clock starting at 12. So first one succeeds. Second one succeeds. Third one fails. Fourth one fails. Fifth one succeeds. And sixth one fails. So you get half of them take full damage. So let me adjust here. The first one,
I think that was 39
you
damage.
You kill it. You incinerate that thing.
Nice.
We'll talk about what all that looks like in a second. The second one takes 14. The third one takes 7. Fourth one also takes 7.
63 damage in one round.
Fifth one
crazy.
takes the full damage. That one takes 14, and then the last.
Jesus Christ, dude!
The last one takes 7. Okay. So what is your sudden burst of sun aura look like?
I hold up both hands to praise the sun, and just this wave of fire and light starts pouring around me and just bursts from me like an explosion and just washes over everything in a bright light that's near.
Yeah. Like even though it's daytime, it's like being directly in the sun with no atmosphere. There's just this like brilliant whiteness that just like blasts out from you, and nobody in your group takes any.
I put my tiger paw over my eyes because it's so bright.
Okay.
Corneas.
Cool. So one of the when the light clears, when you're all able to see again, one of the creatures just has been dissolved. There's like a kind of semi-composed pile of like parts on the ground in front of the tiger, but it's mostly like dissolved into ash and like this blue sort of crystalline dust. Yeah, good work, Ramus.
Is my hand axe that I threw over there okay?
Yeah, your hand axe is fine. It only affects enemy creatures.
Good to know.
Wicked. Okay, cool. Well, let's rather than like carry on with the fight, maybe let's end it here on a cliffhanger high note, because there's still a chance the Tiger Gideon could get beaten to death. Ramus only gets to use that once per encounter, so
they do.
So we'll see.
Dude, you fucking rolled so well on your damage dice. D6 damage, D6 plus 1, and you rolled a 7, a 4, and a 4. Statistically, it's pretty good.
But so you got the power of the power of the light on your side, so we'll see. Again, you're a shapeshifting druid. You're a big cheater, so.
I suppose. Yeah, we'll see how much.
So even if you get beaten to death, you get all your hit points back. So, yeah.
No, I start at 0. If I fall to 0, my character moves back into caster form at 0. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, cool. Let's call that a show. I think we're good for next Tuesday. I'll let you guys know once we know that, but I don't foresee why we wouldn't be. Let's do some shout outs here. Gassy, we'll start with you.
Oh, I start this time.
Yeah.
GassyMexican, been a good show. Hope you guys are enjoying Berg. He's fun. Didn't know how I felt about him at first, obviously because of the really bad stats and stuff. And then I'm like, all right, well, he's just gonna be dumb, and we'll see where that goes. I'm enjoying him so far. Find me on YouTube, youtube.com/GassyMexican, twitter.com/GassyMexican, Twitch. Everything is GassyMexican. Don't know if I'm gonna be streaming today. Just keep an eye on my Twitter to see what other stuff I got to get done today. But yeah, super fun show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks as always to Adam for being a great DM or GM or whatever you want to call it. And it sounded sarcastic. I didn't mean for it to be.
Whatever the fuck he does, if he does
whatever you do,
show.
get out of here.
Well, because everybody always like, isn't like GM supposed to be Pathfinder, DMs, Dungeons and Dragons? It doesn't really matter.
I don't think it matters. Yeah.
Super doesn't matter.
Dan, is always super fun hearing your character voice. Jeff bringing the fun and the sass. I like it. Keeping people in check, selling bear skins. And JP, not breaking necks.
It's true.
No.
Days since last neck breaking, like 17 in game or something like that.
No, that's crazy, especially since you guys all leveled up level 2. Like your druids shit is nuts.
It gets progressively worse though. In that
Does
sense.
it really?
Yeah. Because like these are the same things I'll be using till level 6.
I don't know. Super fun. As always, enjoyed it. Cool. Looking out for the next one.
Appreciate it. Dan, some shout outs.
Hi, I'm DansGaming. DansGaming on Twitch, YouTube, everything. Easy to find me. I'm currently doing Horror Month, where I'm doing a marathon of horror games all month long. All shitty games, no good ones. You can follow. It's going on right now. Feel free to check it out. Thank you to Adam, JP, Gassy, in control. Thank you all for being great co-host. It's been a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite days of the week because I love doing D&D with you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.
Fantastic stuff. Mr. In Control, some shout outs, sir.
Yeah, just same as these guys. Really fun. I look forward to it every week. It's awesome. Appreciate it. Everyone involved. Really, really cool. For me, I don't think anything. Well, I guess I'm commentating some StarCraft 2 King of the Hill on Saturday on Total Biscuits channel, which is
nice, pretty
cool. If you guys are of the StarCraft mind, you want to check it out. It's I think each play that wins gets something like $750 per map, so it's pretty good money to the players, and it's just really fun. Other than that, you can just check me out on Twitter at @EGinControl, Twitch InControl TV, and I haven't uploaded like any YouTube videos in a long time, but sometimes they go up on YouTube at InControl TV as well. Just shout out to everyone that's watching. Do appreciate it, and I'm excited to keep going.
Fantastic stuff. We'll see you next week. Last but not least, Adam, some shout outs.
Yo, what up? Thanks for coming. I didn't have a lot of opportunity to kill Max today, but I'm gonna try. I tried. I'm gonna keep trying.
My rolls weren't complete shit today either.
Max, thanks for being such a good sport about me trying to kill you all the time.
I'm used to it at this point.
playing D&D is my favorite thing to do, so thanks for coming and watching us do that, everybody. I've set up the Q&A, so if you have questions or want to clarify how Druid healing works, you can go over to Reddit and do that. That's ready for you. And between now and the next time you see me doing the roleplay thing, you can find me on Twitter at skinnyghost or twitch.tv/Adam Coble, because that's where I live. I'm going to be on the Exploding Dice GM show a little later tonight, so check that out. It's twitch.tv/Exploding Dice. We're going to be talking about GMing and stuff. So if you want to hear me talk more about this stuff, that's where you can do it.
Good stuff. That's it. Why does it sound... There's weird noises all week long in my fucking neighborhood. It's so bizarre. People are outside and stuff. I just don't understand what they're doing with their lives.
Dying?
Do what?
Does it sound like a pig dying?
I mean, it kind of sounds like someone's got a like a tea kettle or something that needs to be taken off a stone. Anyways, that'll do it for the show. We're going to record a post show. If you want to watch that, it's over at patreon.com/roleplay for $1. Who's streaming tonight after this? Max, you streaming?
It might be. Just people just have to look at Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. Check Max's Twitter if he's streaming. Jeff, you streaming? Taking the night off? What's your plan? Taking the night off for Jeff. Dan, you got to do any more Horror Month? You done for the day?
A little more streaming.
A little more. And then Adam's going to be on Exploding Dice, so go check that out. I'll probably be streaming as well later tonight, so stick around if you want to watch that. We'll see you next week, though, on Court of Swords. We're out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.